Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports college basketball picks and predictions for Friday, March 28th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, so on the day we go 2 and 3, bring our season record to 471 and 442. This is going to be a very fast recap and a very fast predictions because I'm recording this video at 12:45 in the morning. Thank you, Arkansas and Texas Tech, for going to overtime and me still losing my bet. So that was fun. Anyway, the only game we won was because we backed Alabama and the over. It was belt to ass the entire game. Alabama, more importantly, Mark Sears, a career day, makes the most amount of three-pointers ever for a single person in a March Madness game. He had 10 three-pointers, 10 of 16 from deep, 34 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. A straight-up animal, Mark Sears. Alabama wins the game 113-88. They set the team total record for three-pointers, going 25 of 51. They're not losing a game if they continue to play like that. Shout out to Alabama for putting it on the Mormons. Adios to BYU. Back to your soda pop drinking, soaking activities that you do up there. Adios. Our three losers. I don't know why I faded the SEC today. Probably should not have done that, but I did. I took Maryland plus 6.5. I didn't want to take Maryland plus 6.5. Like I said, I should have taken Florida in the video. I knew I should have taken Florida. I did not, as the Gators win 87-71. It was a 2-point game at halftime, but I guess Todd Golden had a little bit more impressive speech as the Gators put it on them in the second half, winning by 14, 47-33. Shout out to Florida. The SEC put it on. We had Duke minus 9.5. They choke a massive lead in the second half. They only win by 7. They scored 100 and couldn't cover 9.5. Caleb Love went for 35. Arizona actually played better than I thought. 46% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. They won the offensive rebound battle and the turnover battle. So they matched up well, better than I thought. Duke, boo. They still won, though. So, if you're a Duke fan, congrats. We then had Texas Tech, who played with my emotions the entire game. They were down 16 with 12 minutes left. They come back to win the game in overtime. Arkansas choked hard, massively. Texas Tech's biggest lead, 3. Arkansas's biggest lead, 16. It's a bad day to be John Calipari and everybody on Arkansas. Shout out to Texas Tech, though. Big 12 still kicking with 2 teams left in the tourney. Wait, 2 teams? 3 teams? 2 teams. Yes, 2 teams. 2 teams it is. Okay, get on to the picks for tomorrow. We go rapid fire. Game number 1, I am done fading the SEC. I am taking Ole Miss plus the 3.5. Who does the Big Ten have left? They got Purdue, they have Michigan State, and that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. That's all they got left rocking. I think Michigan State's going to lose. Ole Miss, 24-11 on the year. They've beaten North Carolina and Iowa State in their first 2 games, and they played in the SEC. So these boys have seen top tier competition the entire year. Michigan State's going to be nothing new to them. They played a top 125 pace, score 78 points a game, shoot at 45% from the field. They're old. They have a good coach with Chris Beard. I like their team. Michigan State, 29-6 on the year. They beat Bryant in the first round, and then they came back to win against New Mexico in the second. They score 78 a game, played a top 150 pace. In terms of size down low, the weird thing is Michigan State doesn't have the biggest dudes. They're just all terrifyingly, fucking freakishly built different in the fact that they're ready to run through a brick wall. You look at this dude, and it's the guys you see at the end of an alley who are just shooting up, and you're like, damn, I do not want to run into that dude. And that's who Michigan State has down low. So maybe Ole Miss can beat them. I think it's going to be a close game, plus 3.5 with an SEC school. I'll take it because I am done fading the SEC. Granted, here we have to fade one of them because they're both in the SEC. I'm going to take Kentucky with Big Blue Nation plus the 4.5. Also taking the over, 144.5. Kentucky's already beat Tennessee twice this year. I see no reason why they can't do it a third time. Kentucky 24-11 on the year. They beat Troy in the first round and then Illinois in their second game. They score 85 a game, played a top 15 pace in the country. Basically the exact opposite style of basketball that Tennessee plays. Tennessee beat Wofford in round 1, UCLA in round 2. They score 75 a game. Their defense is really good, ranked top 20 in the country. They do struggle putting the ball in the hoop. They only have like 2 or 3 guys on the team you can 100% rely on a bucket for, and their point guard is a midget. So, Sakai Ziegler, I think this is where your season comes to an end. Your career is over. You go overseas and you play basketball there. Give me Kentucky plus the 4.5 and the over 144.5. Next game. Now, I know I said I was backing the SEC, but I cannot lay 9.5 points with Auburn against Michigan. So I'm taking Michigan plus 9.5 and the over 153.5. Michigan beat UC San Diego in the first round, and then Texas A&M, an SEC school, by 12 points in the second round, 91-79. They average 78 points a game, played a top 75 pace, shoot it 47% from the field. They're really solid on the glass. The thing they struggle most with is turnovers. They give it up 14 times a game. If they can control that, I think they can win this thing outright. They obviously have the 2 big guys with Vladdy and Wolf, point guard and center, 2 7-footers. I don't see how Auburn is going to stop that. I do like Broom and, I forget their power forward. They got a massive power forward who could be center on 99% of college basketball teams. They match up well, but I like Michigan. I think Auburn's a little bit overrated. In their first 2 rounds, I wasn't too horribly impressed with them. They beat Creighton and Alabama State by, I think, like 20 and then 9 points to Creighton. I think Michigan can keep it close. Give me the Big Ten. Final game, I am taking the Big Ten again. I don't think Houston's going to be able to win by that many. I still like Houston to win, but give me Houston by 6. So give me Purdue plus 8.5. Purdue, they've kind of had 2, not free wins, but 2 easier opponents. High Point in round 1, and then McNeese State in round 2. This is their first high major game. They score 78 per contest, play at a bottom 75 pace, shoot it 49% from the field, and they make 8 3-pointers a game. This is an old team. I like them. This is a culture game. Purdue just wins. Houston, they beat Suey and then Gonzaga in their first 2 games. They score 74, play at the 5th slowest pace in the country. Their defense is obviously elite. Sampson's got them playing well. Could they win this game by 20? Maybe. Maybe they could. But I'm going to take Purdue. That's it. No more explanations. I'm tired and I'm going to bed. All right. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch y'all in the Elite 8. Peace.